Hello, Internet, Sir Mutton Chops here. Welcome back. And well, I didn't do it. I swear, it was like that when I got here, and I may have broken Everquest, but everyone made it out alive. I'll just say that. This is a huge train, even for this zone. They all made it out alive. They all got to the zone fast enough, and I'm staying here in feigned death position. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your trays and seat backs in their full upright position. We're about to take off, and our destination is hell. And I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay on the ground with this mossy peat and this stone, and I'm going to enjoy it because these guys aren't looking for Easter eggs. They're looking for blood. They've got bloodlust. They're looking to maim people, and I'm not going to oblige them. So we're going to stay here. I've unleashed hell on my signal. Unleash hell. Actually, that enchanter you see right there, he took responsibility for it all. He said it was his fault, but I believe otherwise. I was pulling from the balcony, and I think one of the mobs fell through the world. And when that happens, I'm told it pretty much jettisons across to the other end of the zone, or it wanders around and it drags all this aggro from other mobs with it, and then it shows up at your doorstep wanting to sell Mary Kay supplies. No, it wants your life. It wants all that experience you've been earning so diligently. And we all know in Everquest it's basically one step up, two steps back, or even a mile back. So hopefully we won't have a repeat of history, but as human nature is prone to, we probably will. We probably will. These things occur, these things happen. And I'm going to try to put that all behind me, let things lie as they are, and we're going to get back into this. We've regrouped, we've reformed, and we're going to take out these mobs. Now, strangely enough, I went to bed last night. That is a strange event in itself, the insomnia I've been suffering from, but I had a dream of Everquest. Now, I know a lot of people have told me that they've had dreams of Everquest. They've had friends, people I played with in game. They talk about it, and they're usually very vivid dreams. Mine was in Keno's Hills with Haddon, who I occasionally stop by and see if he's up. I stopped by that little lake in Keno's Hills, and he spawned in my dream, and I killed him. And he had like a different kind of fishbone earring. There was like two forms of it, two versions. And this one had extra stats and all this stuff. And it was a very weird and lucid dream. I was taken aback by it. But my dreams of EverQuest, I've had a few of them, they're always in third person. It's never like I'm actually in the game, because that would be pretty cool. Although I don't know how I would look. I kind of look like my character, but not like exactly, and I don't think I look like an ogre either. But I'm not as built, obviously, as my monkly character, and I don't have those tattoos and all that stuff. But it's interesting having dreams of video games. You start questioning how much time you're putting into them, because you're having a virtual reality. This is not real, although what really is real, we can get into that and talk about that for a long time. But I don't know. It certainly is a little disconcerting, but also shows what you do in your day-to-day life. When you have a very vivid moment in life, a very emotionally impacting moment, it seems to crop up in your mind, in your dreams. And I'm gonna go back up here to this nightmare that is the balcony, and hopefully it won't. Oh God, it did happen. Look at that. Okay, you saw right there that mob just disappeared. That apparition, not there. So bear that in mind, okay? Yeah, I should have noticed that. I should have not continued on pulling. Wow, I can't believe I didn't see that. That is horrible. Okay, well, you all know what's coming. So set your tasers for stunned. Set your eyes for orgasms, because it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. I've unleashed hell again. Everything is in line. The stars are aligned. The badness is on its way. Bad moon on the rise. Yep. So I don't think there's much else to say here except hold on to your butts, because, well, the writing's on the wall. So hopefully I give some kind of signal. Hopefully things work themselves out and nobody dies. I edited both of these episodes a long time ago, so I think I remember a train coming. I know a few people died. I don't know how many. So yeah, you're in for a treat. That's the great thing about this. When I'm recording, bad things happen, and I hate the moment. I just like absolutely rage quitting. I'm right on the edge of doing it. but I always have that back pocket thing where it's like, well, you know, that's really good footage. That's really classic footage. So there's the silver lining there, I guess. But I don't do this stuff on purpose. I don't want my team to go down. And that said, that's exactly what's going to happen right here. Oh my god. And it looks like in dialogue that I was just figuring it out, that I was just letting people know that something happened. Something very strange happened. A mob did not come with me. So it looks like we got 2 deaths there. Permahoo went down, and our cleric Medo went down. So both of our healers went down, and thankfully Visigoths got out there in time. Our third healer, our backup healer. Nymphs got out, and so did Terravita. And I am laying here with my chums, my friends. This is not an awkward moment. Oh god, that moment, this right here says it all. This says this entire zone for me. This picture is forever embedded in my mind. It's ingrained. It's not going away. All the experience that I got completely undone by that image. I mean, I kept my experience. They didn't. I don't even think they got rezzes. I think one person got a res. Everyone else just manned up, took it like a man. And, well, they tried to, they were as gracious as possible. Nobody held it against me. But that said, I just swore off the balcony. I'm like, look, you guys, you want to pull up from up there? That's fine. Me, I'm not going to do it. I'll pull from elsewhere. I'll pull anywhere else you want me to pull. I'm not pulling there. It's just not going to happen. But yeah, back onto the dreams thing. That's a really interesting subject altogether. I remember reading something online about the mind and which parts work and which parts don't when you're dreaming. A lot of it kicks on in the back, which is strange because when you, not really strange, because when you go through day-to-day life, they say you use mostly your frontal lobes to think or whatnot. I don't know. I'm not really learned on the subject, but it just fascinates me altogether. Dreams and all that wonderful stuff. A dream within a dream, Edgar Allan Poe. And I don't know. Maybe I ate something wrong and it didn't agree with me, but certainly is something to think about. What does it mean? I'm having a Balzac moment. You know, I pull a tooth out that was loose, and I look at it for a moment. What does this mean? Or my sleeve catches on fire, and I think there's some kind of synchronistic moment there. Something's trying to say something to me, and maybe that's what this game is doing. I've died one too many times. I've fouled things up one too many times, and it's like, all right, man, maybe you should try something else. But I'm not going to listen to it. I'm going to keep on keeping on. And I'm going to figure things out eventually, because you can't learn without making some mistakes. You gotta take it like you love it. Sorry about that. I can't breathe. I just came on real quick. I had to sneeze, and then it kind of inverted, and I couldn't sneeze. It was very strange. But I'm back. I'm alive. Things are okay. Yeah, what was he talking about? Oh yeah, this game is abusive. It's very one-sided. And, well, we just rolled on a Wraithbone Hammer that dropped. That's really cool. Those sell for about 125 platinum in East Common Lands. Pretty good stats. Some plus strength, plus wisdom. It's always good for druids and clerics alike. But, yeah, you'll notice in this footage that we had some root aggro issues, in that root kept dropping. It's not a very reliable spell, as anyone who's played a cleric knows. But it was all we had, and it was tailor-fit for this situation, as there is not a lot of leg room, not a lot of room to run around. In other zones like Dreadlands, for instance, you can snare a mob and then just kite them, and then the DPS just serve as really souped-up pets, which is what I was for a long time there. It's a very fun zone, actually, Dreadlands. A lot of people bemoan about it, say it's lackluster, not a lot of fun, it's very boring. I found it to be quite the opposite. It was a lot of fun, actually. There's this highway of mobs near the Carnor's Castle entrance area, on either side, the north side, wherever you're positioned, and they're all just running basically in one direction, for the most part. And so what you do is you just essentially run out there and you just fish. You just reel them in, one or two at a time, and bring them back to your group. Fear when they get on the platform, chase them around, kill them, beat them down, and then you're good. You go out, grab another one before the other one drops, and everything's easy peasy, easy breezy, beautiful. And I don't know, maybe it's because it's really easy, it's really safe in my mind. It's a false sense of security, because we all know this game doesn't really offer any security. But that's why I like it. This zone, not so much. I do like the aesthetics, though. It's very pleasing, although there is a little bit too much in the way of foliage. as anyone could say as far as Kunark is concerned. Especially Warslicks and a few other zones. There's just way too much foliage. I think Frontier Mountains is also guilty of this feature because you just can't see anything. There could be a mop anywhere, and I guess that's what they were going for, to instill that fear in you. But oh, it's just too much, way too much. Even Martha Stewart is puking somewhere. What the hell are you doing? And that's what Martha Stewart really sounds like, by the way. I've met her. No. Actually, I met a senator at the community college I used to go to a long time ago, who lived just down her way, and she made like the senator made like $300,000 a year, and was trying to tell us all that she wasn't rich, that she was a plebe. But anyway, I'm going off on a tangent somewhere. Oh, I hate politicians. I shake my fist at them. I really wish there were NPC politicians in this game, because I would so poop sock them. I would camp them like hell and kill them. And my faction standing with whoever's the opposite of a politician, I guess that would be the people, would be so great. It couldn't get any better. But yeah, I'm gonna stop ranting. We're gonna port out of here. We've had enough. We're gonna go home. We're gonna lick our wounds. I think I've done enough here tonight. Yeah, but Medo went ahead and vised. He's gonna stick around. I should have stayed around with him and helped, but I wanted to go ahead and go with Nemsk to Nizhina. I misremembered from the last episode. We actually went after this group and not beforehand to go ahead and get his focus items in Nizhina. So yeah, my memory is not what it used to be. It's not quite working. But as you can see here, Permahoo is showing this barbarian some sexual courtesy. And well, I'm not going to judge if elves and barbarians wanna have some loving time. I'm not going to judge. And well, yeah, this Shralock pack is to pay for the res that Permahoo got, and also just a tip for the port, because I kind of felt guilty. This isn't so much class, this is just guilt. And we're going to try to work through this and put this in the past. It's definitely scarred me psychologically. I don't know if I'll ever recover. I'm still reeling from the blow. But I'm sure there'll be more footage in store. There's definitely a lot to be learned and a lot to be experienced. And hopefully we'll get through that in one piece without making other people pay for it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and head off to Nizhina. No footage from there, as it was mainly just killing names and certain magicians. So we're going to get some other footage from Karanas, some specific names there that were more interesting and curious to camp. And then move on to some other places that, well, are curious, like Agak and, well, a few other areas like Dreadlands. Those were a lot of fun. And we'll get into them soon enough. So thank you for watching.